Hopper quarterback, flying off the board. This was a special night for quarterbacks across the league, but none stood taller than J.J. McCarthy. The Minnesota Vikings' newly anointed starting quarterback has not only reclaimed his health, but taken full command of the narrative surrounding his future. Just months after suffering a torn meniscus that prematurely halted his rookie season, McCarthy has emerged as a central figure in the Vikings' long-term vision. With confidence emanating from every word, McCarthy addressed the media with a clarity that echoed to the halls of Vikings training camp. "I know I'm ready to start," he said, his voice steady with conviction, underscoring months of physical rehab and mental preparation. This isn't just a player returning to form. It's a young quarterback declaring war on mediocrity and carving out his identity in one of the league's most demanding positions. The Vikings front office has responded in kind, making clear that McCarthy isn't just a temporary experiment, but the blueprint going forward. Minnesota explored other options in the offseason, from Sam Darnold to Daniel Jones to even Aaron Rodgers, but none fit the long-term puzzle like McCarthy. Despite last season's setback, the organization never wavered in its plan. J.J. McCarthy is the quarterback of the future and, more importantly, the quarterback of now. Coming into his second NFL season, a critical juncture in any quarterback's development, McCarthy finds himself in an enviable situation. He's been given the keys to an offense designed around his strengths, led by a quarterback-friendly head coach in Kevin O'Connell. This is the same O'Connell who has drawn comparisons to offensive masterminds like Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan for his ability to simplify reads, exploit matchups, and elevate quarterback play through system-based execution. What McCarthy missed in snaps last season, he gained tenfold in knowledge. Observing from the sideline, he absorbed the intricacies of game flow, defensive tendencies, and offensive rhythm. That time wasn't lost. It was invested. And now, the returns are beginning to show. Minnesota's offseason moves further demonstrate a full commitment to creating an ecosystem where McCarthy can thrive. Veteran center Ryan Kelly and guard Will Fries were brought in to solidify the offensive line's interior, while first-round pick Donovan Jackson adds youth and promise to the trenches. On the outside, the Vikings return electric talents like Jordan Addison and fortify their backfield by bringing back Aaron Jones and adding Jordan Mason, both capable of reducing the pressure on a young quarterback trying to find his cadence in the NFL's chaotic rhythm. Defensively, the additions of Von Hargrave, Jonathan Allen, and cornerback Isaiah Rodgers signify that Minnesota isn't just building, they're competing. McCarthy's preseason flashes already capture the attention of Vikings fans hungry for stability and excitement at the quarterback position. Now, fully healthy, he gets the full offseason to build chemistry on the huddle and lead a franchise with historical roots but an eye on future greatness. And with every rep, every throw, every moment, McCarthy inches closer to becoming not just Minnesota's starter, but its face. Around the league, George Kittle's massive extension with the 49ers made waves. $76.4 million over 4 years, $40 million guaranteed. He remains one of the league's most dominant tight ends, both as a receiving threat and a tone setter in the run game. Since entering the league in 2017, Kittle ranks top 3 in receptions, receiving yards, and touchdowns among tight ends, and his impact on quarterback Brock Purdy cannot be overstated. Kittle is more than a safety blanket. He's a weapon that alters defensive game plans. His presence keeps San Francisco's offense among the league's elite, but the NFC is no longer a conference with 1 or 2 true contenders. The window for dominance is narrowed, not due to regression, but because new challengers have entered the fray. Teams like Detroit, Philadelphia, and Washington now carry legitimate Super Bowl aspirations. Despite all of San Francisco's star power, questions remain. Can Brock Purdy elevate this roster in the same way Patrick Mahomes or Jalen Hurts have for theirs? Or has the 49ers' championship window subtly begun to close? Not due to roster flaws, but because the NFC is suddenly deep, dynamic, and dangerous? Back in Minnesota, however, the arrow points upward. McCarthy's journey, marked by recovery, resilience, and readiness, now enters a new phase, proving it every Sunday. The Vikings have given him the tools. The league has given him the stage. Now, it's time for McCarthy to show that he's more than just a plan. He's a promise.